game back into a place you feel you had it earlier in the year. Is that an example of positive growth?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we showed in the first period how good we can be, and then the second period was a little sloppy. And we found a way to get back in the game, scored a couple of goals there, and tough loss at the end. We got to find a way to get that win.
What do you think your team did to get itself back in that game?
Played simple, played pucks behind them, and had to work them down low and make sure we were smarter on the blue lines, don't feed into their rush game. And I mean, they're an elite team over there, so it's a second period we feed right into the game.
You and Mark had a couple of grade A chances with Skinner down and out. Those opportunities going to sort of haunt you a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, definitely had a couple of great looks, and obviously I wish I could have put one or the other in. But it's the way it's going right now. We got to just stay with it, stay positive, and go from there.
McDavid, was he able to lift your stick on the one where you were tight?
Yeah, somebody kind of felt like I got hooked, but I mean, I wasn't sure if it's a make-up call from earlier on. It could have been a hook on us there to even get that rush, so it's a potentially make-up call, but it is what it is.
Overall, was this a step in the right direction when we were talking about, well, Rick was saying this morning that team's overall play hasn't been consistent enough, but so was this a step forward in the right?
Yes, like I said, I mean, I think we did part of it. I think it was good, especially first period. I think we played the way we want to play to our standard, and the second period we went the way we shouldn't play, and I think it definitely showed our team once again then we have to play our way to be successful, and once we feed in someone's rush game, that doesn't really work for us.
You know, what you see from Logan Stanley in the first period when he dropped the gloves at the Corey?
I think it was great. I mean, I think he played very well tonight. I think we need that out of him whenever he's in the lineup to play physical, be a good, big presence, and I think he did a good job tonight.
The power play really struggled. You're on that second unit, so you didn't get the majority of time, but what wasn't working before the unit?
I mean, we had a hard time getting into the zone and establish some good looks, some shots. I think that's something which, you look at Edmonton, how they move the puck around, how they attack the net, and I think that's something which we got to do a much better job of.
Was there PK a little bit more aggressive than some of the other teams you played lately?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody's tried to be. As soon as you give somebody space, they usually make plays, and I think they had a really good PK tonight. But like I said, at the end of the day, we didn't do a good enough job of being too dangerous in the PP.
Thanks, guys.
Getting out of that hole, how do you think your team turned things in that third period?
I thought we did a great job. I think our first and third we were really happy with tonight. I think we, especially after the kind of spell we've been on here over the last 3 games coming into tonight, Bones challenged us as a group, and we know how good they've been going over there for the last 40, 50 games, and both teams fighting for some home ice advantage, and the best player in the world. I think we answered the bell on that, and like you said, frustrating, but we can't get the second point.
The second and overtime weren't where you guys would have wanted them, but you talked about liking the first and the third. Is that enough to kind of get a good feeling in this room going forward?
Yeah, we know when we're playing well. We know the differences between the periods, and when we're carrying play, and when we're able to be right up there with best teams in the league. We've shown this year. It's black and white to us when we talk about it as a team. When we bring it in, I think it's just if we can get to that full 60, 65 some nights, minute effort, we're going to be happy with it. And we've only got so many games left, but I think tonight was definitely a step in the right direction.
I'm always interested in what defensemen see when they score goals like that. Did you close your eyes and rip it, or did you see what you see?
Just rip it. I think Arnie's been really stressing with us as defense to take some more slappers, get it towards the net. I mean, teams are so good at blocking shots these days, and we've got a big group that when we go to the net, we tell these guys in practice it's tough to move you. So just trying to get it on net there, and obviously happy to get one.
You talked about answering the bell. What do you think of the couple of tilts, yours and also Logan's?
Yeah, I thought Stan did a great job. I think both those fights come from us kind of engaging, us being physical, and a team having to react to us. Sometimes I think it kind of shows when we're in the game, when we're involved like that, and I think that's the Winnipeg Jet identity when we're playing hard, physical, forechecking. And our ends, our side of the ice isn't easy to get into. So, just part of my game and trying to finish checks, and I thought Stan did a great job.
Brendan, what was the response on the bench like when Connor made a few, especially on Hyman in the first period, those super high danger chances?
I feel like every time we're up here, we talk about how great Ellie is for us, and he's just such a important backbone of our team. We knew that these guys, with how talented they are offensively, they're going to get looks. It's eliminating those grade A right in front, backdoor tapping types, and like you said, there was a couple of those tonight that we did break down on, and I thought he was excellent again for us.
Down to 10 games here, Brendan. What's the top priority for your group moving forward as you continue to homestand?
I think just a little bit more consistency. We it's not like we're playing any easy teams here over these last 10. It's teams that are fighting to get jockeying for playoff spots, for home ice, and I thought, especially with tonight, it was a good effort by us. But I think at the end of the day, we need to get 2 points in them, and we just kind of continue to prove to ourselves throughout this year, through now 72 games. When we're on our game, when we're playing the way that we talk about Winnipeg Jet hockey, we're an elite team, and we're not doing that when we're trying to be fancy or let our foot off the gas. We're not.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thanks, Brian.
a lot of talk about effort and push heading into the game, so probably the first and third would be the ones that you'd be the happiest about. Overall, what was your assessment?
Well, I think you just look at the first two periods. The first period shows you how good we can be. And then the second period shows you how bad we are when we get away from the way we're supposed to play, which we did in the first. Yeah, we got it back in the third. So it was kind of like that. That's how I assess it. That first was great, second was terrible, and the third was even. So,
is there a moment you can point to in the second where things just open up too much?
It wasn't just, it was terrible puck management at their blue line and a couple of really bad changes, and that cost us the goal. So that's self-inflicted. So it's not just one moment, it was too many. But that's creating your own problems. That's all that is doing.
When it came to, actually, let's stay on that. Like, I think that probably transition defense has been a tough spot during this slide. The sort outs, picking up that guy, it's got to be an awful lot harder when the line change goes wrong and their guy comes fresh off the bench. Eh?
Yeah, we're making bad changes and you're hanging your teammate out to dry when you're doing that. We've got to know where the puck is. They've got full possession and we're making changes. That's just, that's not just being alert. And it's not fair to the teammates you're hanging out to dry when you make those changes. But that's just paying a little bit more attention.
In the third period, you go down 3-1 and probably on a penalty situation you wouldn't have been a huge fan of, but you push back from there. So
yeah, listen, again, the third was good. We're down 2 goals against a really good team, but it's another night that our specialty teams cost us the game. We'd given up another penalty kill goal, a power play goal against, and the power play didn't do anything. So, but it was, again, I told the guys, like, we were down 3-1 and we battled back. So there's a lot of fight in there. We just have to stop beating ourselves.
I just wanted to ask about OT as well. You've talked about the strategy in OT, starting Lowry and Appleton. You want the puck, 2 shifts in, they score. And I'm wondering, like, don't they have the advantage if their first 2 shifts are guys who are more likely to score?
Not really. Again, they had played against them all night, so, and they did a good job. We had control of the puck. We threw it away. So, again, it's not. Yeah.
Rick, with regards to puck management, does that need to be a mentality or?
Yeah, I mean, they have to, the players sitting on the bench have to see what we see and everyone else sees, that we're coming up to the blue line, they're standing there, and we're trying to stick handle through 3 or 4 guys. Gretz never did that, right? So it's just creating a lot of our own problems and giving them. They're a rush team, and we're giving them the puck. And letting them come at us. And all that does is get them excited about playing the game, and they can play a lot faster. When we're doing that, we look slow.
What would you think of the couple tilts? Did you feel like the game had the right amount of intensity?
Yeah, well, the intensity was there, and the effort was there. I mean, that wasn't the issue. It was just the mental mistakes with the puck and the changes in the second period. Other than that, the game was fine.
You put Logan Stanley back in. What did you see from him in the game?
We liked what he brings, a big physical guy, big physical. He was fine. Stanley, he wasn't the issue at all. He did his job. He did what we asked him to do.
I want to ask about the power play. You had a power play to end the game in a big spot there. You said you didn't like how it looked. What were some of those things that were contributing to the struggles?
We didn't support the puck quick enough. Too much one-on-one and not making the next play. Right, it's just when you're under pressure, you got to be able to make that next play, and we weren't making it. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. When they're getting that worked hard, you need support in the puck, but when you get it, you got to be ready to make that next play, and we weren't making it because we just didn't handle the puck well enough.
The past couple of teams you've played have had pretty aggressive penalty kills. Was that the same thing from Edmonton tonight? Aggressive on the PK?
They're very aggressive. Yeah, we knew that was coming.
I know you see this as a little bit of an opportunity loss, but given where you're coming from, where you're trying to get to, is there a step forward in here tonight?
Well, again, the first period shows you how good we can be. Yeah. So in the third, yeah, when we battle back, so there is a step forward. The problems, they're self-inflicted. What we're doing when you're making the bad decision at the puck with the blue line and you're making bad changes, that's self-inflicted. It's nothing they're doing, and we just create our own problems. And that's where we take the next step when we clean that up. Yeah, Was there enough good things there tonight? Yeah. We had a lot of chances to score. We hit the crossbar. We had breakaways, but so did they. It's disappointing when I see us giving up that many shots and that many chances against. I hate to see that because you're not going anywhere when it playing like that. So we got to continue to tighten it up. That's not our game.
So when you talked earlier today, you talked about knowing what the issue is that self-inflicted?
Yeah, I know. We know that game tonight. I know exactly what the issues are. Good. Thanks.